everybody, and good Monday morning to you. You know, you can please some of the people some of the time. It's been a fun morning on social media, that is for sure. Our snow arrived pretty much on target this morning as far as the timing was concerned. A little towards the end of our kind of 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. window. Most places did not have snow at 3 or 4 in the morning, but it did push in towards 6 o'clock or so, and it's been snowing at a pretty good clip across most of the valley as we've gone through the last few hours. I wanted to start out this morning with kind of a zoomed-in radar look of the region. Some of these deeper blues have been dropping some pretty significant amounts of snow in a short amount of time as they've moved through, half an inch to an inch pretty quickly, and with temperatures in the upper teens, every flake of this can stick on untreated surfaces. So, yeah, it's been a little bit slick out there for sure this morning. Now, as we've been talking about, this is going to be a two-wave kind of a situation. We're going to get a break as we head towards midday as this dry slot pushes in. So, in most places, it's not going to be snowing much, if at all, as we head towards noon and into the first part of the afternoon. But then the radar will fill back in. Just an amazing weather scenario across the country this morning with snow all the way into deep south Texas, into parts of Mexico, and temperatures down near the Gulf Coast are in the teens this morning, Laredo, Texas, and this is really serious stuff for that part of the country. And then look at these temperatures across the nation's midsection, minus 20, minus 30, minus 35 even, just pretty incredible stuff, especially by February standards. This is something that is a little more typical in kind of the heart of winter back in January. All right, locally, let's do a quick trip around the horn with our web cameras. 422 and Niles across from Eastwood Mall, slow and slushy up there. This is Columbiana, and you can see that definitely a little bit slow and slushy, even though the snow rates have decreased in the last 15 to 20 minutes. Same thing up in Boardman. You got to take it a little bit slow, but of course this is a major, well-traveled thoroughfare. Lots of friction and heat generated by traffic and tires, so things are in decent shape, although you got to use some caution. And then looking down at 680 and South Avenue in Youngstown, lower visibility with some light to moderate snow around. All right, here comes our break for the midday hours. It's going to last a few hours. And then the snow is going to fill back in as a lot of people try to head home from work. If you work kind of a 9 to 5-ish kind of a job, and you typically are on the roads 5, 6 p.m. or so, the snow is going to be filling back in right around that time, right around sunset. And once this snow gets going, the worst part of this entire storm is coming this evening. This will be when we have snow rates of a half an inch to perhaps an inch an hour for a few hours. Some of these deeper blues indicating heavier snow pushing in 7, 8 o'clock. Now, you'll notice, as we head towards mid-evening, some of this stuff down here, some of this peach and purple. There's going to be a layer of warm air, relatively warm air, above our heads, a few thousand feet. That's going to try to change things from snow over to some sleet, little ice pellets, and even some freezing rain. This may fall as liquid for a time, especially south of Route 30 in Columbiana County, for a time mid to late evening. So that's going to cut down on the snowfall totals, but it can still be, pretty hazardous, even though it may not be snowing at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. in a place like Salem or Lisbon or Hanoverton or East Liverpool. We might have some freezing rain and some sleet, which can be problematic enough. And the sleet line might actually get as far north as northern Trumbull and northern Mercer. This has been a trend over the last 24 hours or so, with the sleet and mixed precipitation getting farther north. Also a trend over the last 24 hours, if you've been paying attention to forecasts and videos that we've been doing, the overall speed of the system has increased. So we do think the snow is going to taper off before daybreak tomorrow morning. So by 6, 7 a.m. Tuesday morning, it's probably not going to be snowing much at all, maybe some flurries, but the impactful snow will be long gone by 6 or 7 Tuesday morning, then maybe some flurries for the rest of the day. Of course, we've made some changes to the snowfall forecast, and anytime you do this, the commenters come out of the woodwork. But this is the way it goes. We have to put out a forecast at some point, so we put out an initial forecast on Friday, and a lot of people think that is just etched on a tablet and we just wash our hands and walk away from it. No, we continually look at data, and as you get closer to any weather event, especially a winter weather event, you're going to get newer, better, high-resolution data, and you've got to adjust accordingly. It would be kind of irresponsible of us to say, well, this is our original forecast. We're not going to change that in the face of new data. We've got to make changes as new, better data comes available. And this loop shows you the pretty dramatic northwestward trend in recent forecasts. This is a model snow forecast valid for the entire storm on a loop. With each successive run of this model, the heavier snow has been pushed farther and farther north and west as the exact track of the storm has become obvious. It's tracking a little bit more westerly like this instead of down here, and that 50, 75 mile difference is the difference for us between some places getting a foot of snow and most places getting more like 6, 7, 8 inches of snow and some mixed precipitation. So this trend, yeah, it's real obvious when you look at it on a loop like this. So this is what we did with our snow forecast this morning. Storm total, this will be when all is said and done, early Tuesday morning. 3 to 6 down in southern and central Columbiana County, 6 to 9 for a lot of our television viewing area, and 9 to 12 reserved for the far northern part of Trumbull and Mercer counties. Now, when we give these ranges, a lot of people just look at the top number. 6 to 9 inches does not mean everyone's getting 9 inches. 6 to 9, somewhere in that range. Same thing with the far northern range. If you're in the 9 to 12 area, Mesopotamia, Bloomfield, Kinsman, Greenville, that doesn't mean you're getting 12. But somewhere between 9 and 12 is pretty likely. And again, same idea down in southern Columbiana, 3 to 6. Some places may not get much more than 3 if the mixing comes in pretty fast this evening. Now, down in southern Columbiana County, East Liverpool, Wellsville, a couple of inches out of this 3 to 6 will have occurred this morning. So this evening's situation, you might not see a lot of additional snow because the mixed precipitation might punch in so fast in West Point and Salineville and Wellsville and East Liverpool, places like that. But again, the farther north you are, the more snow you're going to get because the mixing will take a little longer up there. The bottom line for impacts today, be careful on the roads this morning before the snow tapers off. This afternoon will be better. It'll be a chance to kind of do some shoveling, do some catching up if you've gotten a few inches of snow. And then the snow pushes back in this evening, and it's going to be tough on the roads for a few hours this evening before things slowly improve as we head into the day on Tuesday. I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11. Be safe out there today, and happy President's Day.